Alright, hello everyone, this is the Clever Fool, bringing to you another Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition Campaign Hard Mode gameplay here. And today we're going to be trying the Art of War Challenge Booming. We just did early economy and got gold, and of course for booming we intend to get gold as well. So I have approximately 10 minutes to get gold here, it seems. It looks to be like Castle Age booming to get to Imperial, so it's like the next big thing, so to speak. Seems like it'll be fun. Let's give it a try.
As your army grows, so do your responsibilities. Not only must you look after your soldiers, but also after their families. It is of great importance that your people are fed, that your population grows, and that your towns increase in size. Sun Tzu says, the command of a large force is the same principle as the command of a few men. It is merely a question of dividing up their numbers. An army is only as strong as the economy that supports it. A large army requires a large population and a surplus of food, gold, and other resources. Show me that you understand this important lesson.
And it crashed, as expected. I think it has to do with the recording software that I'm using, so I'll be editing this part out and starting directly in the game. Alright, this is attempt numero uno, attempt number 1 that is. We are doing booming here. And the objectives are actually quite simple. We are just trying to train 100 villagers as fast as we humanly can and also advance to the Imperial Age. So I haven't really done any preparation. I've done some minor preparations for this, but I don't really know the map or anything. But it seems like a boom fest. I don't even have to worry about an opponent or anything, so it seems pretty reasonable. Let's see if we can get gold here. In terms of hints, if I'm having trouble, I can watch my ally. Building additional town centers increases my villager production. I keep building them until I have 3 or 4. Make sure that my town centers are always training new villagers. And I build houses to keep paces with my villager production. Use rally points to ensure that newly trained villagers immediately begin working and build a lot of new farms. I can also automatically reseed my farm by selecting a mill and clicking on the button at the far right of the command tab. To advance to the next age, I'll need 2 Castle Age buildings such as a monastery, university, or a siege workshop. Alternatively, a castle alone also satisfies the requirement, and I can buy or sell resource at the market as necessary. Okay, my scouts report that I've just reached the Castle Age in a peaceful location. I am free to concentrate on my economy. Perfect. And on the other side of the map, as an allied base, is an allied base, that is, and they will also try to boom so I can watch their strategy, but obviously I'm not going to because I'm going to be too worried about what I'm doing on my own.
You have just reached the Castle Age.
Alright, attempt 6. Okay, so to get gold, we basically need in 585 game seconds to be able to produce 71 villagers and click up to Imperial. Now, 71 villagers, since each villager takes 25 seconds, takes 1,775 total game seconds to produce. That is, assuming that you're always producing a villager. Assuming if this was one town center working, it would take that town center 1,775 seconds to produce. And if we divide that value by 3, so we have 3 town centers constantly producing, then the number becomes 3.03. So basically, if we have 3.03 town centers that are constantly producing villagers, then we'll be able to do it in the time frame that they give us. So basically what that means is that in order to have any hope of getting this challenge done in the gold medal time, you will need 4 town centers. 3 town centers is straight up just not going to cut it. So yeah, so we're definitely going to need to do at least 4 town centers. Let's see, we might be able to try doing a 5 town center thing. Keep in mind that since we have such a short amount of time, the town centers need to come out as early as possible to gain as much value as possible. For example, if I'm building my 5th town center when there's only say 50 seconds left before I lose my gold medal, then that means that 5th town center is really only gaining me 2 extra villagers. And that could be worth it if I'm way ahead in resources, which this challenge is not about. This challenge is definitely testing your ability to create villagers quickly. Your other resources will actually come relatively soon. So what this means is that I basically need to set up 4 town centers as quickly as possible. Because if I take 1,775 seconds and I divide that by 4, that actually gives me 443 seconds per town center. So now what this really means is that assuming, and this is a big assumption, if I can get 5 town centers, if I can get 4 town centers since I start with 585 seconds, so 585 minus 443.75, if I can get 4 town centers rolling before the 2-minute mark, more or less, 2-minute, 20-second mark, and they're producing villagers at all times, then I will run out of time just as I produce my my last villager. Assuming that all villagers are being pumped out at the same rate. Now, granted, it doesn't count any villagers that are created before I get to this point, but it seems like 4 town centers is the sweet spot here. So basically, if I have 4 town centers starting at the 141.25 mark, then I will, assuming that I'm able to keep pumping them out from every single town center, then that means that I'll be able to comfortably get to my 100 villager goal before the end, because in the first 141.25 seconds or so, I'm actually still producing villagers with my other one. So I'll have, say, 141. That's like 6 villagers, 8 villagers. I'll have like an 8 villager time frame head start if I go for 4 town centers here. So I think that's the sweet spot. I think 5 town centers isn't going to get you enough value. The 5th town center is straight up just not going to be worth the resource investment. You're going to be so pressured to keep 4 town centers rolling that I don't think adding a 5th town center is going to be the case. I think just straight up mathematically, the best way to do it is 4 town centers. All right, so with that out of the way, I am going to try to do it with 4 town centers instead.
The chance to earn a gold medal has passed, but you can still earn the silver or bronze medals. Great! You now have 100 villages.
Oh,
but you still must advance to the Imperial Age to complete this challenge.
Yeah. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay. So.
Well done.
The window is extremely narrow. It's very narrow. But I feel like the formula is there. Villagers, and more villagers. This is attempt like number 9.
You are close to being housed. Construct houses to keep up with your villager production. The chance to earn a gold medal has passed,
No!
but you can still earn silver or bronze medals.
Close.
Great! You now have 100 villages, but you still must advance to the Imperial Age to complete this challenge. Well done. You have 100 villagers and are advancing to the Imperial Age. Your economy is now powerful enough for you to build large armies and vanquish your enemies.
So close, dude. I'm just a noob. Give me my gold medal, please. Please. All right. I think this is like attempt 10 or 11. We literally got within less than a second of getting it last time. Truly heartbreaking, almost actually. The expired voice line actually played after the success voice line. That's how close we were.
You have just reached the Castle Age. Select your town center and train as many villagers as you can with your remaining food. Set a rally point on trees for now. The key to booming is ensuring that your town centers are always busy. I say town centers because you will need more than just one. You now have enough wood and stone to build a second town center near the trees. You now have enough wood and stone to build a third town center. You may even want to build a fourth town center later to speed up your villager production. Great. Now make sure that this town center is busy by training villagers there as well. But do not forget your first town center. Remember, your town centers should always be training new villagers.
Over.
Research economic technologies at the lumber camp, mill, and mining camp to improve the gathering rate of your villagers.
Das ist soll.
Bereite. Soll. Ouvert. Heiße. Ouvert. Ja. Ouvert. Hey, bereite. Ouvert.
Ja, das war. Bubere.
Ja, das war. Holzer. Hey, ja. Heiße. Das ist soll. Ouvert.
Ja. Heiße.
You now have 50 villages. Research handcart at one of your town centers to greatly improve the gathering efficiency of your villagers.
Hey, ja. Ouvert.
Ja. Ja.
Heiße. Ouvert. Bereite. Ouvert. Ja, ouvert.
To advance to the Imperial Age, you will need gold and to construct either one castle or 2 Castle Age buildings.
Hey, ja. Ouvert. Heiße? Ja. Ouvert. Ja, Holzer. Bereite. Hey, bereite. Ouvert. Heiße, ouvert.
Ja, Geräte. Das ist toll. Buvere, ja, das war Buvere.
Ja, Rete. Ouvert. Hey, ja, das war. Ouvert. Ouvert. Bereite.
Hey,
Your villagers need houses. Be proactive in building houses to prevent your town centers from becoming idle.
ja,
Monitor your population counter at the top of the screen.
Heiße. Buvere.
Heiße, ja. Ouvert.
Das ist toll. Buvere, ja. Bereite. Buvere.
Great! You now have 100 villagers, but you still must advance to the
I
Imperial
do it?
Age to complete this challenge.
Did I do it?
Well done. You have 100
Did I do it?
villagers and are advancing to the Imperial Age. Your economy is enough for you to build large armies and vanquish your enemies.
Oh my god! I did it! Yes! 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 Tell me I did it. Tell me I fucking did it. Did I do it? Oh my gosh. Please. Please tell me I did it. Yes! Oh my goodness gracious. That is incredible right there. That is some real good stuff right there. Okay, so takeaways here. Some takeaways. So at the very start, again, the limiting factor of this challenge is villager creation time. Each villager takes 25 seconds to create. There's 1,775 seconds your town center needs to be spending creating villagers, because that's how many villagers you need. 71 villagers. That's how many villagers you need to make. Resources, especially the gold, comes by really, really quickly. Assigning villagers to gold miners and then using the market is a great way of having a short-term inefficiency level up into like a massive boom very fast. So utilizing the market there is very important. So you'll notice that I did a number of things. So I deleted the 2 lumber camps in favor of building town centers where they were, because they had good access to the tree lines. Also, you might have noticed I didn't actually research a single technology there. That's a bit of a gotcha. If you want to get gold in a gold medal, you absolutely 100% cannot research handcart. Handcart is researched in the town center. There is no way in hell that I can spare the town center time. The town center time is the most limited resource there. I also didn't get any of the farming techs there, because none of my farm was going to run out before the time ran out anyway. I also didn't even get the 2-man saw or double-man saw, whatever it is, because wood is not a limiting factor either. The resources are not the limiting factor here. It's really the town center time. I know I've said that like 3 or 4 times already, but I cannot emphasize that enough. It's absolutely critical that you keep your town centers working all the time. And honestly, I think I think that this is very, very good level design. Like, it shows just how much like a pro. I'm not a pro, but pros can probably manage their town center creation like a villagers very, very well. Like, good players will be able to always be pumping villagers out, and the advantage in terms of resources that you get is staggering. It really is staggering. This has always separated me from being a good versus a bad player. I don't think I'm a good player because I don't think I'm disciplined enough when I create villagers. But getting gold medal in this was really like a really, really solid experience. And now like I'll be emphasizing villagers just subconsciously a lot more. This is like my 10th or 11th try, and like the last 4 or 5 tries I was missing it by like a second or 2 seconds. And it was really, really, really tough. The cutoff is really perfect, and it's just really well designed. In order to get, it's easy to complete the scenario if you want to get a silver medal. It's pretty easy to get a silver medal. But if you want to get that gold medal, the gold medal is actually quite difficult to get, at least in my opinion. But then again, I'm not a great Age of Empires player. Like, wow, just wow. I used basically everything there. Like, I used all the space we had. I deleted the blacksmith to clear space for farms because we didn't need the blacksmith for anything. I also set my scout at the very start. I set my scout to the top left to kill the wolf. Now, I did that so that if I sent my villager up there to build some houses, he wouldn't get attacked by the wolf. So if you did all this and got the gold medal on your very first try, props to you, because this is like my 11th try. I'm really, really happy I did it. The math checks out. 4 town centers is really what you're going to need. Your 5th town, if you had a 5th, your 5th town center is not going to be worth the opportunity cost. You're just really not going to be able to get your villagers online producing from 5 town centers at all. And definitely utilizing that market to purchase the materials for your first town center, and then using gold to keep your production of villagers up until you could transition your guys from lumberjacks to farmers is really big. You notice that actually most of the difficulties in the early stage, where I'm still balancing my resources with the market, by the time I had like 32 to 40 farmers, I was actually able to comfortably queue up villagers to make sure that my town centers were working all the time. Just wow, man. Yeah, just yeah, I don't know what else to say, but just villagers, 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 villagers. And it's a booming Sun Tzu thing, and I'm so happy. It's incredibly well designed. I had a lot of fun playing this, and it's just a challenge. It's just one of the early challenges too. So yeah, with that, Clever Fool signing off. See you guys next time.